Hello and welcome back. I'm Jessica, and today we are going to be making easy, that's my favorite word, vegan burrito bowls. I love burritos and I love meals in a bowl even more. They are, like I said, super easy, and I know you guys are gonna love them. But before we get into it, I wanna offer you two of my most popular desserts from my Never Skip dessert recipes. You can get them by clicking the link in the description below or by going to jessicaschroeder.info. Now let's get in the kitchen and make those easy burrito bowls. Hello, okay, so today I'm gonna be making our easy vegan burrito bowls. This is a great recipe because you can change up some of the ingredients if you don't like them. You can prep a lot of the food beforehand if you're short on time. So let's jump right in. So the base that you're gonna start with is the quinoa. So I recommend just following the instructions of whatever the quinoa, how to cook it. So this one, I'm gonna bring 2 cups of water to a boil, and then I'll add 1 cup of the quinoa. I'm actually going to double that, because that doesn't sound like it's gonna be enough for my family of 4, and we actually have someone else coming over for dinner, so 5 of us. So I'm gonna start with boiling the water. So because I'm doubling it, I will do 4 cups of water. If you aren't a huge fan of quinoa, you can use rice. Absolutely use rice. There's more nutrients in quinoa, that's why I'm choosing to use that grain today. And if you're hesitant, you're not sure if your family's gonna like quinoa, you'd be surprised. I mean, it doesn't really have a flavor. It's just a short, small grain. And once you mix all the other ingredients in with it, I mean, it's worth a shot. My family likes it, so while that comes to a boil, you'll want to do boil in the water. Once that comes to a boil, I'll add the quinoa. Then you're gonna want 2 cans of black beans. So you'll go ahead and you'll want to drain and rinse those. You wanna check your black beans and make sure that there's no added sugars, oils. This one literally has, where is it? Black beans, water, and sea salt. This is the brand that I use. They're organic. Because it's really amazing how many products that are canned or packaged or something have added ingredients that are unnecessary and make a healthy ingredient unhealthy. So I'm gonna drain these. And then I'm just gonna leave them in the sink because I don't need them right now. So I'll just leave them here until I'm ready for them. Throw this away. All right. So while that's boiling, I'm going ahead and chop up my orange bell pepper and my red onion, and we'll go from there. All right, I've chopped up my orange bell pepper and I've just added it to a big bowl because you're gonna eventually add all the ingredients into a big bowl. So my orange bell pepper's popped. It sounds like my water is boiling. So I'm going to add the quinoa. So I doubled mine, so I'm doing 2 cups of quinoa. And if you can see up close, they're just little balls almost, like little seeds. And then, like I said, just follow the instructions on the bag. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. And on my bag it says to cover and simmer, so it's boiling. Now I'm going to cover, turn it on low heat, and simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so while that simmers for 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to continue to chop my veggies. So with this, I'm gonna chop my red onion. Okay, so my bell pepper and my red onion are chopped. And these two things are something that you could chop up ahead of time. Like if you have extra time in the morning, you can chop them up, throw them in a container and just stick them in the fridge. That way if your nights are a little bit busier, that's one less thing you have to worry about. And now you're gonna add the juice of 3 to 4 limes. I have big limes and these ones seem like they have a lot of juice. If you roll them on the counter, it will release some of the juices. So I'm gonna do that to all 3 of my limes. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut them in half. If you have a handheld juicer, this is amazing. If you don't, you can just squeeze it by hand. But I'm just gonna squeeze this right over the bell peppers and the onions. This is gonna marinate while the quinoa continues to cook. I just realized I don't have a jalapeno. The recipe calls for a jalapeno, and it must not have made it in my grocery bag. That's a bummer. Oh well. If you have a jalapeno and you like jalapeno, the recipe does call for it. You just wanna dice that up super small, and you're gonna add that to this bowl as well. I guess we're leaving it out tonight. Not a big deal. It doesn't make or break the recipe. Just adds some nice flavor. Oh, these limes are good limes. Sometimes you get limes that are super dry, but these ones are good. I've also heard, I haven't tried it, that if you stick like a lime or a lemon in the microwave for just a couple seconds, it helps to release the juices. I haven't tried it, so I'm not sure how that works. All right, last one. Okay, those are done. I'm just going to, it may look like a lot of juice, but once you add the rest of the stuff in it, it will be really good. Just drop some onion on the floor. So you just want to mix that really good. Make sure the juice gets on all of it, and you just want it to marinate for the rest of the time while marinate for the rest of the time while the quinoa is cooking. And then you'll just start getting the rest of the stuff together. So quinoa's cooking, bell peppers diced, black beans are drained and rinsed, red onion is diced, limes are juiced and marinating. And the next thing is I'm gonna get the cilantro and start chopping that up. All right, my cilantro, you're gonna want a whole bunch, like an actual bunch, one full bunch of cilantro. I've washed it, I've patted it dry, and you're just gonna chop it up. So there's a couple different ways to do cilantro. I used to like pick off all the leaves so that you didn't get the stems, and then chop it up. Because it's so much, I'm literally just gonna do a rough chop through the leaves until I get to about the big parts of the stems, and I'll just break off some more of the leaves. And then before I finally chop it, I'm gonna go through and pick out like the bigger stems of the cilantro. We don't want the big stems. I mean, some stems is fine, but we want to remove as many as we can because we pretty much just want the leaves. And if we wait to pick them out after we chop everything, it'll be harder to do. Okay, I think that's good enough. So then you just want to go through and do a rough chop. If you don't like cilantro, I know cilantro is a required taste. My mom hates it. She can tell when something has cilantro in it, even if it's like the very least amount. You can skip it, or you can chop it up and people can add it to their individual bowls instead of mixing it in with the whole recipe. Everybody that I'm making it for tonight likes cilantro, so it's going in. And then you're just gonna add this straight to the bowl with the bell peppers and the red onions to continue to marinate. My one pet peeve about cilantro is it like sticks to everything. Okay, everything's chopped, marinating. Quinoa is still cooking. I'd say about 5 or 10 more minutes. While that finishes up, I'm gonna get my toppings ready. We're gonna do some sliced avocado on top, and then I also have some cherry tomatoes from our garden that need to be eaten, so I'll dice those up, and those can be on top as well. Any toppings you guys want, sour cream, if you want to add cheese to it, whatever your fancy is. So we'll just wait for the quinoa. Okay, quinoa is done. So I'm going to fluff it up a little bit. And then you're going to add your flaxseed right to the quinoa. So this is the flaxseed that I use. It's 3 tablespoons. This is a great source of fiber, great source of protein. No one's ever gonna know that it's in the quinoa. I only have half of a tablespoon, so that's why it looks like I'm scooping a lot more. But you just want 3 tablespoons. And you're just gonna mix it in with the quinoa. And you just fluff it together. And then I'm waiting for the rest of the family to get home from work and all of their things that they're doing. So the quinoa is gonna be fine to just sit here and wait. And then we'll assemble everything together. So we'll do the quinoa on the bottom. I'm gonna mix my black beans in with the veggie mixture. We'll put that on top, and then you can add all your toppings, avocado, tomatoes, whatever it is you want. I hope that you guys enjoy this recipe as much as we do, and cheers to a easy, healthy dinner. Enjoy. I hope you and your family enjoy these easy vegan burrito bowls as much as I do. I love them because they are so easy and they're so versatile. Depending on each person's taste or what they're feeling like that night, you can add so many different things, and it's just super easy and they're delicious. So I hope you guys enjoy them, and don't forget to click the link in the description below to get those free desserts, 2 of my most popular desserts from my Never Skip dessert recipes. And be sure to check back every week for new recipes and tips. And cheers to a healthy, happy family. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a great day.